Right folks, we're going to be doing a small unboxing for the SMOK M80 PLUS today. Here at Vaping Bar in Hitchin. They arrived today. I unboxed this guy about an hour ago and I've been vaping it solidly, and I must say I love it. I know I say that about most of the devices that I review, but this thing, for the size, what it delivers is just, it's purely awesome. It packs a serious punch. It vapes really well. The finish on it is amazing. I do not think that this is going to scratch easily. The build quality on it is stunning. You've got your micro USB there for charging, as well as software updates from time to time. I'm going to plug it in soon and see what software version it's running and what differences it has and how often they come out, but we'll check that with SMOK later. It fits really well in the hand. I think size-wise it's pretty much bang on. When you have your 18650 mods here, you know, the size difference is slight, but I mean this feels good in your hand. This just feels right. It's the perfect size, and a matte finish as well, so it doesn't slip and slide in your hand. Fantastic little box mod. Big. Packs a serious punch. At the moment I've got it at 80 watts, running at 4.2 volts. Ooh, bit of a dry hit there. Let's go ahead and fill this guy up a bit. Using the reserve juice today. They've got some great flavours. I'm using Paradise Island at the moment. It's a great juice, high VG content. It's great for dripping. Let's try that again. I know I keep saying this, but everything I try and everything I review, but fucking hell, this thing really does kick. It kicks hard. It's using a lithium polymer battery, so not your lithium ion. I'm running a 0.2 ohm DATI, and at 80 watts it's giving me 4.2 volts. When you drop the wattage, the volts drop with it. As a safety feature, when the battery gets to 50%, the voltage drops slightly with it, and that's just a safety feature built in. At fully charged, it'll give you the full 4.3 volts, but below 50%, it'll go down to about 3. What it does for the vaping quality is not much, to be honest, because you're still getting your 80 watts coming through. Incredible. So happy with that. Clean looking device. Just the right amount of writing on there. Fantastic. You've got your venting at the bottom there, in case. You've got your micro USB, which is used for charging, as well as software updates if you need any. There are your buttons for your menu, which we'll get into in a second. It does have temperature control, which to now you could only get on the very expensive box mods, but this guy has it built in. So what is the wire you use? If you're using nichrome wire, that feature will work. With your regular Kenthol it won't. But yeah, to have that feature built in is pretty cool. It's got a adjustable center pin, huge plus, you can unscrew it to get it higher or lower. It's also on a spring loader as well, so it's got two types of adjustment, which is great. I mean, you can see the little boy that I've got there, there's no gaps. I don't like gaps, and it just sits flush. It mounts perfectly, so it looks great. It's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, which is a huge thumbs up in my book. So this thing's going to last for ages. I reckon as these new box mods are coming out, they're all trying to trump each other. You've got your e-leaf iSticks, which have gained massive popularity. You've got a few out now, the mini. You've got the bigger ones as well. In my opinion, they are great, and my wife has been using the e-leaf iStick for ages now, and she gets three days battery out of it. She gets 3 days battery out of it, which is incredible. Most electronic cigarettes nowadays 1 day max. I haven't had a full day on this yet to test it. I've got it straight out the box, and it's what has it got? It's got about 80% battery now, and I've been vaping it for a full hour, and I've been vaping it hard. So the battery seems to last really well. It's a LiPo battery, lithium polymer, so it's not your standard lithium ion. So what that does, I do not know, to be honest. I have used the variant which had a LiPo battery in it. My only gripe with that is when it got to 50%, the battery would then just drop off almost immediately. So you had 100%, 50%, nothing. This, however, doesn't seem to be giving me that same problem. As it drops in battery percentage, it doesn't affect the watts or the volts, which is great. So I'm guessing they've improved that slightly. They've got the vent holes at the bottom, so if anything does happen, it'll vent out of there. And the great thing about that is that most mech mods have the venting holes on the sides or at the top. This is at the bottom, so if it does have a failure of some sort, you're holding it like this. So the venting is going to happen out there. It's not going to burn you. It's not going to have any issues. With that said, the amount of testing that gets done on these now, you're probably not going to get any issues, but in the event that it did happen, it would vent from the bottom, which is great. Charging it is by micro USB, which is great, and most USB cables will fit that. It also updates the software, which I'm guessing will come out periodically just to update it if it needs to be done, I suppose. I think most Atties will fit on there. I've got the little boy at the moment. I use the silver part. I pretty much took my silver and changed it for the black, just to give it that variegated look, which I think looks pretty amazing on it, because it's got the silver there, the black, and the silver and black. I like my mods to match, and I think that just looks pretty good. Yeah, so Vapor Bar and Hitchin got these in today. We got 5 in stock. We took 1 out to have a play, and within the first hour we sold out completely. They all went. Just from us using it behind the counter, we had people come in and purchase it. We've got 10 more coming in tomorrow to try and keep up with demand. And I'm thinking once we release this video onto the site, we'll have people streaming in through the door. Go online, go onto YouTube, type in SMOK M80 and look for yourself. I mean, this is a basic video. I'm a basic type of guy. I don't have massive knowledge. I just like smoking the damn things. But go online, have a look at the reviews on this. You won't see a bad one. This thing is incredible. SMOK are coming out with some seriously good products at the minute. Their sub tanks that they're releasing soon are fantastic. Hopefully we'll get some in soon. They're on order. They haven't been released as yet, but when they do, they'll be in the store and we'll review them then. It goes through juice quite quick, purely because of the high wattage, but the thing really does kick. Hello. There you are. Right. I do like the straight mechanical mod with no electronics. I do. I'm quite old school on that point, but what you do get with a variable wattage device is to pump maximum amount of watts into your coil, and to be honest, the quality of vape that you get from a mech is good, but from what you get from out of one of these guys, it's hotter, it's more consistent. You know what your battery is doing, you know when it's dying. You know, once it's gone, you charge it. And it's back to normal. With the mechanical, it starts to drop off, drops off a bit more, drops off a bit more. All you're getting is a substandard vape. For the first hour and a half, it's kicking really hard, you're loving it, it's great, but then it starts to drop off, and the problem is you never know. You know, your battery should be at 3.6 volts to be safe. Once it starts dropping below that, you start having problems with your battery. The fear that I have with a straight mech is that you never know where you are because there's no dial on here to tell you. That's where this guy comes in handy, because it'll show you what your voltage is, and when it drops below certain points, it'll just shut off. Alright, so your menu settings, camera's not great, so it's not going to zoom. To get into the menu, you click 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And there you are. And you can go through. At the moment, I'm running through wattage mode, temperature mode, mech mode. Wattage mode, you'll be able to go from 6 watts through to 80 watts, which will, depending on your battery, will give you 4.3 volts. As your battery goes down, the voltage will drop slightly. When you are running in mech mode, it runs like a mechanical mod, so it's running straight off the volts of the battery, so it's running pretty much like you would a straight mechanical mod. The temperature feature, which is amazing on a mod this price, what that does is it protects you from a dry hit. So on some videos on YouTube that we've been watching today, some people have some issues with that. I think, yeah, maybe there are some issues, but in my opinion, it does what it says on the tin. So it's stopping you from getting a dry hit. It will go up to that temperature. So for about 3 seconds, it's building, and then it'll give you the temperature that you desire. So it pretty much it gives it a little bit, and then it bangs. So it gives you that nice warm vape right at the end. So the vapor production is fantastic, but you're not getting a dry hit. You know, there might be some updates coming up soon. I'm sure there's videos online that you can watch. But yeah, soon there might be an upgrade which will perfect that temperature setting feature. But currently, for me, it works fine. The God mod out there, I know, has got it down to a fine art. They've nailed it. The price of this and the price of the God mod, you know, having the function at all is just fantastic. It's a great little device. I would seriously suggest going out and getting one. Your alternatives out there are the Ely Fire Sticks, which are fantastic, but up until now they dominated the market. They had a monopoly. This guy, however, has come out and it's going to knock it out of the water, in my opinion. Just from build quality and just the feel of it, it's great. Yeah, so get down to Vapor Bar in Hitchin and pick yourself one up. They are absolutely incredible. You've got to try it.